Let's go ahead and solve problem homework exercise number 17 from section 7.2. Rewrite the equation in slope-intercept form by solving for y. So you take your given equation, minus 4x plus y equals 2. Solve for y, so we want to get rid of the 4x, right? So move it to the other side, make it 0, subtract 4x. 4x minus 4x is 0, so what remains on the left is y. And then slope-intercept, usually we write the x first. So the x it's a negative 4x, or minus 4x, so it'll be a negative 4x, and the 2 is positive, so it'll be plus 2. Okay, so there's our equation. Now again, the slope is going to be what? The coefficient of x, the number in front of x, negative 4 over 1, or just negative 4. We'll go down 4 over 1, and the y-intercept will be 2, right? Plus 2 means it's a positive 2. Okay, but first let's go ahead and put in the slope-intercept form. So when we solve for y, we get y equals negative 4x plus 2. Okay, we said the slope is a coefficient of x, multiplier of x, which again, you don't have to put in a fraction when it's a whole number, just put in negative 4. The y-intercept was what we were adding, right, which was a positive 2. Okay. And now to go ahead and graph it, we know it's a line, and remember, we're going to start at what? The y-intercept, which is 2. So the y-intercept is 2. And then the slope was a negative 4, which means over 1. So we're going to go down 4 and to the right 1 from our y-intercept, which is positive 2. Okay, so again, to graph it, we choose the line tool. We first graph the y-intercept, which is a positive 2, so 0, 2. From there, the slope is negative 4, so we go down 4 over 1, which will bring us to that point, and there's our correct answer. Again, we can do this on our calculator. You can click on the y equals right below the computer calculator screen, far left one, and our equation was, what was it? It was y equals negative 4x plus 2, negative 4, x is to the right of alpha, plus 2. And again, we really want we want points, so we click on second graph to get the table features. And there's 0, 2, our y-intercept, and then over 1, down 2 was our second point that we got when we did the slope negative 4, 1. Remember, these are just points, so you plot them. So like 2, negative 6 would be over 2, down 6. You would be right on the line. Any of these points will be on the line. They will all work. All right, very good. Okay, y equals negative 8. Y equals anything. When x is missing, it's always a horizontal line. Because if you plot points, like here, x can be 0, but y's got to be negative 8. X could be over 5, but y's always got to be negative 8. So notice, you go over, and then you always go down 8. You would go over, down 8. Again, my orientation is off. So when you connect these points, you would get a horizontal line at y equals a negative 8. So just remember, when you see y by itself, it's a horizontal line. And when you see x by itself, then it's going to be a vertical line. I think that will be the next problem. So again, what you can do here is you can just go ahead and get any points. You can't, well, not any points. All right, we know it's a line, right? So you pick the line tool. But you can go over anything you want, right? But you always got to do what? You got to go down 8 because y is a negative 8. So there's one point. We can go over. There, y again is a negative 8. And there's our horizontal line, which is the graph of the equation. Okay, x equals negative 8. That means you're always going to the left 8 units. And then the y can be anything you want, so you can go up or down. So like you can do -8, -8, +5. X would be -8. You could go down 4, whatever you want. But x must be a -8 because that's what it equals. So when, again, you plot these points, okay, if you plot these points, again, it's going to be a vertical line. So x equals, so again, you pick your line tool, and x is a -8. So you go to -8, you can whatever, go up so many units, you can go down, but the x is a -8. So again, x equals something is always a vertical line. Y equals something will always be a horizontal line. Homework exercise number 20. As people age, daily stress and worry decrease and happiness increases, according to an analysis of 340,847 adults ages 18 to 85. The graph shows a proportion of the research. Complete parts A and B. Find the slope of the line passing through the 2 points in the line graph. Express the slope as a decimal. Okay, so now we got to get back to the slope. Now notice the 2 points are 22, 36, and 62, 28, right? So this is my x1, y1. This is my x2, y2. So remember, the slope is y2, 28, minus y1, 36, over 62, x2, 62, minus x1, 22. So 28 minus 36, if you need to use your calculator, is a -8. 62 minus 22 is 40. Now it says what? As a decimal. So we're going to use our calculator to do -8 divided by 40 to get the decimal. I mean, to get the decimal for the slope. Okay? So again, we'll do -8 divided by 40 on our calculator. -8 divided by 40. And we get a -0.2. So it came out to be a terminating decimal, so we don't have to worry about rounding off. Okay, use your answer from Part A to complete the statement. For each year of aging, the percentage of Americans reporting a lot of stress decreases by what? 0.2, right? Decreasing, you just say the sign is positive, so because decreasing means you know you're going down. That's what the slope means, rate of change. So the rate of change is now what? Now, when you talk about rate of change, you don't know whether it's positive or negative. In this case, it's the exact value of the slope, which is a -0.2, and then it's per what? The horizontal, which is per years, right? You see the horizontal, the x is aging. So for every year as we get older, so per year of aging, that would be your interpretation. The per is what the horizontal line says. In this case, it's the age, so it's years of aging. Homework exercise number 21. The bar graph shows the percentage of grades A through C for high school students in the year 1968. Left bars correspond to 1968, right bars correspond to 2008. In 1968, 20% of the grades for students right here were A's, minuses, A's, or A pluses. That has increased at a rate of 0.825 per year. Find a linear function, p of x, in the slope-intercept form. So p of x, we need slope-intercept form, is the slope times x plus the y-intercept. Now they give you the average rate is approximately 0.825. That is has increased, that is equal to your slope. An average rate of increase, average rate is your slope. So the 0.825 times x, all right, that's part of it. And then the y-intercept is what we start at in 1968. In 1968, it's the orange bar, we're at 20%. So it would just be plus 20 is the starting point in the year 1968. And that's what they want there. They just want you to put in that entire equation. So the slope times x plus the y-intercept, or where it starts out at, which is 20%. Okay? So it's 0.825, which is given, x, remember you need x, plus the value at the starting point 1968, which was 20%. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop this session at number 21. If you have any questions, send me an email at tswears@hodges.edu or call me at 239-938-7805. Thank you.